Hey guys, Orlando Santiago here, and I am here today to introduce you to a new segment called Editorial Lips. But if you've missed the last several different segments using Melanie, my model, it was based on eyebrows, eyeshadow, and basically eye makeup with lashes included, and also another segment with contouring, with highlight and contour for the cheeks. But for this particular segment, we are going to focus on editorial lip. And an editorial lip is something that, again, it doesn't mean avant-garde and go crazy on the lips, glitter and all that stuff. It simply means you're telling a story. So the lip that I'm going to design for this particular segment is actually going to complement the rest of the stuff that I've done on her face, on her makeup. So if you really look closely, it kind of says that I've done something without really knowing or strategically planning it. It actually turned out that this looks like it was a secondary, right? Not primary, red, yellow, blue. It's more of a green, orange, and this part would be violet, okay? So I'm gonna emphasize it, but make it editorial where it's a little bit more dramatic, and it's gonna tie into the rest of the skin colors, okay? So what I'm gonna do is take one of the, this is a Danessa Myricks Color Fix, and it's basically a pure pigment in a liquid form. And I'm using a really tiny liquid liner brush. And this is something that you might need because I'm gonna really sketch in. She has small and tiny lips. I'm not gonna overdraw them. I'm actually gonna keep them small and keep it where it looks almost kind of Victorian and very, very small. Or you can kind of consider it geisha, really tiny lips as well. But obviously with a tiny brush like this, you can actually get more precision. And I feel like rather than just doing a traditional lip, I can actually go in and do something that kind of looks amazing. But I like how this is looking really cool already. And getting your shape is pretty much half the battle. And once you get a good shape, then you can go back and fill it in. Okay, as you can see, I have a nice little outline. And I like it that small because it looks pretty cool like that. Okay, taking my liquid liner brush. And now I'm going to go from this angle, and I just want to make sure that my lines are symmetrical. All right, so what I'm gonna have her do while the liner is still kind of wet is kind of blot. Just don't drag it, just blot. That's it, stamp it, perfect. Yep, good. So what that does, it creates now the shape that I need to just go back and follow rather than me freehanding it. Okay, close, smile. And by her smiling, I can actually go in here and really set it up. Okay. All right. And smile. This is a lot harder to do if you don't have a guideline. Okay, we have an opportunity to go back and clean up your shape later if you kind of screw this up. However, you want to try not to. A big smile. There you go. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill it in. So I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go to something a little bit wider. There you go. Okay, take your time, fill it in. And so what this is going to do is dry down to a matte finish. And now I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom. You're going to blot. Perfect. Good, 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 good. So guys, an editorial lip is not as easy as it seems. You want to make sure that you have all your angles correct. Okay. I have a little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. If you have a mistake, one of the best things to do is go back with, for example, I have an Ember Release here, which is one of my favorite moisturizers. And I can actually go back and erase, okay? So take your Ember Release, kind of massage a brush into it. And what you could do is go back over that area and it'll slowly start to take off your mistakes. Hopefully you can see that. Really easy, okay? Because remember that oil breaks down oil. Okay, so let's stretch here. Perfect, and beautiful. Okay, so now switching over, I'm actually going to use a lip gloss. And this lip gloss is going to go right over. Kind of a magenta lip gloss. Really pretty, really dark. Just for texture. And right in the center. Now don't worry, I'm going to go back and really detail this just a bit more. Perfect. I like the intensity, I love the depth. And so what I'm going to do now is go back with my concealer. I love concealer pencils because they are basically complexion. Lighter on one side, slightly darker on the other. And I can use this to go back and seriously erase any imperfections. So right in there, see this? I can go and use my eraser. That's essentially what it is. It's just an eraser. And it helps to bring the attention to the lip. Beautiful. So take your brush and just blend it out. Very nice. Smile. Go back with the brush and soften it. And blend it out into the skin. See the difference between a high-end lip? Something that small, something that textured, something that color, right? But it shows up really amazing on camera. And of course, we have the green, we have the orange, and we have the violet. So actually, this really worked out to be, like I said, a secondary color, but still editorial and still beautiful makeup. And I love it because it's a smaller lip, so it does feel like it has a time period attached to it, which I think is great because now I'm sending a message. This is, I don't know, it could be anything from like a Russian ballet theater. It could be very, you know, there's a story that I can tell with this, which is very easy for me to do. That's it for today, folks. Thank you for joining me today and joining my model, Melanie, and she's done quite a bit of makeup tutorials and stood by my side for many different segments. So if you want to go back and see how I've done some of those, please feel free to go back, check out the eye segment, where it features brows, where it features lashes and eyeshadow techniques that I've done. Also contouring, right, for cheeks. And last but not least, obviously a beautiful editorial lip. So only here can you find all this information on my app. Thank you so much for joining me and take care.